relatively it's quite instantaneous. So there you go, it's got a little heart rate sensor there, so we'll put that on. Nope, stop. How do I turn it off? What if I don't want it on? There's no off button. It does unlock with quite a bit of force as well, because this camera could be upside down and you wouldn't know because it's a circle. So every now and again, I like to check up on my friends in China and kind of see what they're getting up to. And I like to do a little bit of a gadget haul using these, mainly Chinese websites. So things like Wish, Temu, AliExpress. So we're going to do a little bit of a gadget haul on Temu today. See what they've got in store. So I'm going to write cool gadgets, pick up a few things just for us to try out. We're immediately hit with a smart ring. So Samsung have actually recently released their own version of this, but this is only £13, so let's add that to the basket. These I've actually been seeing a lot of on TikTok. It almost looks like a receipt machine. You can just print off a PDF or an image or something like that. So that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to add that as well. Oh, another thing that could be useful is this. Now, that is something I need on my bedside. Let's get ourselves a water dispenser too. What else have we got? That looks pretty good as well, What's this? Now, I'm always prepared to be catfished on any of these kind of websites. This makes it look like I'm writing with light, so I know that's not going to be the case. I actually don't even need anything like this, but it's a haul, so we're going to have to get it. If it grabs my attention, I'm going to get. Oh, it's only £3 as well, so what's that? Okay, let's get it. Oh, I don't really use locks, but having a little fingerprint on it, that could be useful. Oh, but £10 though, that's quite expensive for Temu. Alright, well, we'll get it and then we'll think of something to do with it afterwards. You know what? I've actually always wanted this. It's like a colonoscopy wire. I'm not saying colonoscopy, it's not going up anywhere inside your body, but it's the same kind of idea, where you've just got like a camera and you can, on a long wire, and you can kind of put it through things. That's quite useful. And it's only £3, so let's get that as well. Okay, so we've got a nice little list of stuff here to try out. I mean, according to Temu, I've saved £266, so this is making me feel like I'm making money doing this video. so yeah, I'll see you when it all arrives. Okay guys, a little bit of a wait, but everything is here, I think. I'm going to start off randomly. Well, it's not random. I'm going to start off with kind of what I want to start off with first because I'm excited. And that is this one, because I've actually been seeing this a lot. And this could be really useful, especially if you're someone who does a lot of shipping and things like that and wants to print off their labels. I feel like this could be really handy. Maybe not this size, maybe a bigger size, but I just got the smaller size because I wanted to test it out and I don't really have a purpose for it yet. So this is a mini printer and it doesn't use any ink. It uses thermal paper. So you pop the paper here at the back, and actually you can also buy, and I did buy, sticky paper. So you can actually print off stickers as well. So this is the sticky paper roll and we'll test that out too. Okay, so WalkPrint is the app that they advise you to use. So in the app there's quite a few different templates that are quite cool. So you've got label printing. So if you want to label anything, a jar or something that you have at home, you can label that. And actually you can choose from different frames and things like that as well. You've also got its own templates for like images and galleries and stuff. I don't know. So you've got it's got its own library. You can obviously print off PDFs and documentation, and you can also print off your own pictures. So I can take a picture. We'll take a picture of itself, ironically, and we can ask it to print that. It's not the quickest printer, but relatively it's quite instantaneous. And there we go, we have a little selfie. Now, the applications are quite a bit more useful. Let's, for example, switch this over to the sticky version. Okay, you can go on the web, actually directly through the app you can go on the web. And so I could, for example, just print this off rather than draw it out and spend time doing that, and stick it somewhere where I'm making my notes. So in this case, I've actually printed off, it looks like I printed off the whole web page, but well, I didn't mean to do that. But theoretically, you could just print off the image. You just have to make sure that you're choosing an image that's got decent sized text, because actually this is a little bit hard to read. It's not that, the resolution is not that high. So either you get a bigger printer, or if you are going to print on something this small, choose an image where the text is a little bit large. But the point is, you can peel that off and stick it wherever you want, really. And I don't want it here. We'll get rid of that. So yeah, that's the mini printer. The next thing I want to grab is the anticipated smart ring, the most generically named thing I've ever seen. It comes in a nice little white box. It's actually quite a decent box. And there it is right there. To be fair, I'm actually kind of surprised with how well this looks. I'm hoping, the right size for me. My fingers are quite fat, to be honest, so You got to make sure that you align the sensors right. So you've got these sensors in the bottom half. The other half doesn't have anything on it, but in the inside bottom half, there's a bunch of sensors. I'm guessing that has to be on the underside of your finger to read everything. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I got the one that had a case charger, but it looks like this is coming with a cable. I might have not taken the right option, and it magnetically attaches to it on the inside. So I mean, like, obviously a case charger would be better, but this is not too bad. So in this case, the app they want you to use is called Q-Ring, and it looks like a standard health tracking app. So you've got activity, sleep. Sleep is actually quite a useful one to have, especially with like a watch. People find watches really uncomfortable to sleep in. So actually, maybe having a ring could really improve your sleep tracking. You've got heart rate and spot record. So let's put this on, see how long it takes to pair. There you go, picks it up really quickly. What should we do? Should we do heart rate first? So there you go, it's got a little heart rate sensor there, so we'll put that on. I feel like I'm getting anxious just waiting for the results. There we go, 89 beats per minute, 87. And you can ask it to record your heart rate every 30 minutes, so you can just have it on your hand and it'll create a nice graph for it. You've obviously got things like your blood oxygen, so we'll do that. Hopefully also got a decent amount of oxygen inside of me. You can see it flashing here as well. There we go, 96. That's not very good. 99. Okay, that's better. That's better. There we go. So you've got those two main ones. Stress, and like I said, sleep, really, really important. And the good thing about the sleep is that it tells you your total wake time, your light sleep, and your total deep sleep duration. So over time, you can actually see when you're waking up in the night, and that's your REM cycle, and how long you're actually getting deep, satisfying sleep. So to be honest, for the price that it is, I think this is really cool. It doesn't look too bad. I don't think it does. I can't really tell. I think the ring is a little bit on the big side for my hand personally. Maybe on the middle finger it's better, or maybe I've just got fat hands. I don't know. But yeah, we'll move on quickly because we don't want to spend too long on each device. So far, Temu though, you're doing rather well. The next thing I want to look at is the smart water table dispenser. Again, lovely, nice, generic naming of the brand here. This one I'm hoping doesn't actually need an app. Fingers crossed, but you never know these days. So this should be quite a simple tool to use. Should be quite basic, but lovely. Nice tube in there, but rather useful, especially if you're someone who keeps getting out of bed to drink a cup of water. Honestly, I don't think I need to look at the manual for this. It seems quite self-explanatory. So this is also battery powered, and it charges via, let's have a look what it charges via USB Type-C. So one cable for all, which is great. Now in their diagrams and stuff, they connected it to like a massive gallon of water, but I don't have that. So let's just find a quick bottle to use. Okay, so I've got my litre bottle of water. What we'll do, we'll get this tube and we'll plop it in here. Oh wait, we need a cup. Okay, and I've got my cup as well. So the cool thing about this actually is that it actually has specific measurements. So it's got 100, 700, 500, 300, 200, 100 mils. So you can actually pour an exact amount that you want. And it's not too big and actually looks quite nice. So if I put it here, so as you can see, it's currently set to 200 mil, which is pretty much the average standard size of a cup. So let's turn it on. Oh wow. You can actually see it going down in here as well. So this is why you might need a large gallon or something under your bed or hidden behind your cupboard. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this cup is exactly 200 mil, so maybe we'll put it as 100 mil next time. Oh, never mind. It's set to 300 mil. That's why. My bad. Nope. Stop. Okay, so next we've got the weird note-taking light thing, which I couldn't find a use for, but I thought it looked really cool, so want to get it regardless. What is this? Okay, I don't think it's battery powered, so it's gonna have to be plugged in, and the wire is not very long, so you better have a plug near your bedside or wherever you want to put this. Okay, well, how do I turn it off? The light's already on. What if I don't want it on? There's no off button, so it's always on. Apparently, it's always on. And then you get the acrylic and you put it on here. Oh, I feel like I know what's going on now. Yeah, so what's going to happen is the light's just going to shine right through there and like only like kind of reflect off something that if it's written. So this is just like a whiteboard pen, to be honest. It's got a little eraser on it. So if I say hello, oh, you know what? It actually does look like the images that were on Temu. If I turn it off, you'll see it's literally just like a white pen. Let's turn off all the lights and see how it looks. Wow, I mean, this thing looks scratched up like crazy already. So let's try. I want to write my shopping list. So it's milk, eggs, and butter. It does look kind of cool. It does look like the ink is lighting up. It's kind of cool. Cool. Nice. I mean, okay. This is the first one that I'm gonna advise not getting. It's not even rubbing out properly. Yeah. I'm not gonna use this. So the last thing, oh no, it's not the last thing. The second last thing we have is the smart fingerprint lock. Again, hoping, well, it's unlocked already. Hoping this doesn't have an app to it. Please don't have an app to it. So what we have to do is, initially, it unlocks to, it does unlock with quite a bit of force as well. It unlocks to any fingerprint that you need. So after you've set your fingerprint, you should be able to unlock it. And I'll show you that actually it doesn't work. It gives me a little bit of red warning for every other finger. But for the thumb, there you go, unlocks it. Now I don't know how secure this is, probably not very secure. And also you run the risk of it running out of battery and dying on you. Now it has a 6-month standby time, which is good. And it tells you when it's running low on batteries, so you know when to recharge it before it fully dies. Now the good thing about it is that if you get your finger cut off, or let's say you want someone else to unlock it on your behalf, then you can actually set up like a Morse code pattern, so maybe like a set of taps or something, and then you can use that to unlock it. So if someone doesn't have your fingerprint, they can still unlock it on your behalf, which is a good backup. It's a cool idea. I wouldn't use it for anything super secure, but if you're someone who loses keys or finds them too finicky to use, actually having this could be quite useful. Now the actual last thing this time is my colonoscopy kit. So this is going to have an app. So let me get mentally ready to download another application. And this has got it with a bit of a rigid wire, so you should be able to kind of shape it into a way that you want, which could help getting it into any tough places. It comes with some additional adapters. So you've got an adapter to, I'm guessing, connected to your PC, and then you've got, I have no idea. And then you've got USB-C to micro USB. Actually, this adapter could be quite useful for me, so I'm going to keep that, even though I'm not going to need it for this. Oh, wow. And you've also got a mirror, so you can make right angle visualization. That's quite useful, actually. So let's say you're putting it underneath something, but you want to look up, but the space you're looking at isn't big enough to actually fit this 90-degree bend. You could put it in straight and use this mirror here to look directly up, kind of like a, what's it called? Not a telescope, the things that they use in a submarine, I don't know. So let's test it out. Let me get my phone and figure out what are the app I need to download. Okay, so this is the third dodgy app that I've had to download today. Let's plug it in. It should be hopefully quite an easy plug and play situation here. Ah, there we go. So would you like to switch USB camera? Yes. Ah, and there's my USB camera. You have to make sure that it's the right way around as well, because this camera could be upside down and you wouldn't know because it's a circle. Another cool thing that it has, actually, this camera, is a light, which is actually surprising. I didn't expect it to have that. So that should be able to help look into tight areas. So for example, I can look right inside my plant, see the roots, lovely. That's the charging port of my lock. Get right up close. Actually, you can get quite close to things. I think it's quite useful. The only thing that I didn't realize would be a problem is actually knowing if that something is upside down or not. If I twist it, it's going to change its direction. So if I'm putting it down a pipe or something, it's going to be quite difficult to like orientate yourself. But cool. I mean, I don't know. Again, don't particularly have an exact use for it at this current point in time. But if I ever get something stuck down a drain, I will let you know. All right, guys. So that's pretty much everything, actually. Yeah. So best ones I would say are, or the most useful ones for me, this is actually pretty cool. The water dispenser is pretty cool, and the smarter ink are actually all kind of really cool. The rest are cool gimmicks. So Temu, thanks. Well, not thanks because I paid for it, but Temu, well done, I guess, for supplying these kind of gadgets. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing them, and maybe convinced you not to buy some of them. So at the very least, I could have tested them out for you. But if there are any other cool gadgets that you think would be good for the next haul, let me know, because I'd love to try these new things out. I need to figure out where to put all of this rubbish now. So I'll do that, and in the meantime, I'll see you on the next TK Tech video.